and gentlemen, I'm sorry, I've forgotten car cam, so I've got no, I can't vlog while driving. But though, look at this, I'm on campus, it's 10 to 8, and look how dark it is. Granted, I am misting up a bit, but even so, look how dark it is out there. It's well dark. It's well wet, and it's well miserable it is. My sunglasses with me today, but I don't think I'm going to need them. Apparently we're having a wet start to the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is supposed to be very wet, so. Maybe a good car today, Mr. Car. Yeah, decided there isn't much I can do against parking it under a tree. Parked under that one before, hopefully no birds come along and put on it. But yeah, bizarrely though, what this weather does, wet weather actually makes it kind of warm. It's really quite warm today. Obviously I'm wearing a coat, but you know what I mean, like in the car, compared to previous days where I kind of get up and I've got the heaters on and I'm freezing. I didn't drive in my coat or anything, but I was so hot in the car, I'm like, God, it's warm in here. Also, the other effect wet weather has is it makes your shoes squeak on the pedals, which drives me mad. I'm gonna have to go in there at some point this year. Some point. Otherwise though, I was expecting relatively bad weather today, bad driving today, because rain normally means people forget how to drive, normally. It was actually pretty good. So I'm gonna go and check Chancellor's, see if Chancellor's is booked at any point today. Otherwise I'll go to the room I went to last thing. I might be booked as well, to be fair. I'm going to try and find a computer lab to go sit down and work to. I've got a 3-hour gap before my first lecture, and I'm thinking of staying a bit after that lecture just to like motor through some work before I get back home, because I've got like for the electricity company to pay for, I've got to post a letter, and all that kind of shit at home, so electricity company to ring and all that crap. But yeah, it's kind of a wet, miserable day today, but I like it. Although, having said this, I may have to convert back into my black shoes, because this is not white shoe weather, not singular white shoe weather anyway. My weekly exercise in climbing the 5 floors of Chancellor's. God, it's a long way. Look, God damn it, look, and then, see, that's level 2. Oh, nearly at level 1. It's like this all the way. Come on, man, get up the stairs. Ugh. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, I woke up this morning 10 minutes before my alarm, went to go and have a wee, and then literally saw the time and went, no, go back to sleep for 10 minutes. I had some weird dreams last night of like joining a biker gang and adult-sized babies. It was weird. Room's booked at 10, but I just saw a cleaner that I swear I've seen somewhere else, not here. I feel like he might have been like backdoor staff at the supermarket I used to work in, or one of the 2. My shoes are now annoyingly popping. I'm going to check the lab on the next floor down, although I'm probably going to go to computer science block and find a seat in there instead of getting one here, most likely. Because I think this one's got too many computers in, to be fair. Not like I've got a choice. The problem with the rooms that aren't like blocked off to being purely comp sci is that people book them for lectures and stuff and lessons, and I'm essentially looking for a room that's empty for 3 hours. It's not going to happen. Whereas if we had the computer labs we used to have, it'd have been easy. You just walk in and be like, oh, there we go. Anyway, these shoes are really squeaky as well. I need to go. Remind me, tomorrow I'm not wearing these if it's like this again. Come on, dolls. Christ, we ain't got a week. I go back in this room, which smells kind of musty, to be honest with you. Let's pick somewhere here. Or here, so no one can sneak in on me. I get really paranoid. That's why I don't like the library's really quiet today, but I know it's not going to be for long. So if I sit here, I can see the door. I don't think this is booked today. It wasn't booked last week, but it's now actually been set up, kind of. It's not due to be used until about 1 o'clock, I don't think, according to the thing on thing. But it doesn't have a what does it have? It doesn't have a scannable barcode like the others. It's just got a paper note thing, which is never as accurate, is it? Who knows, this room needs some kind of air conditioning unit in here because it's hot. The problem I have now is, like, I've got 3 things I can do. I can do my integrated project, well, I can do my project proposal, or my intelligent agents coursework. How do you pick what to do? I think I need to get a project proposal nailed, but I also want to do some programming. Dad just rung me asking if I wanted his Blu-ray player and to see if I had student discount at John Lewis, but also to offer me his Blu-ray player. Yeah, see, I want it, but I don't watch DVDs as it is. I've got a DVD player and surround sound system already. It's just not in my current flat, because obviously it wouldn't work, but... Oh, tempted. Why not, you know? Why not? Build succeeded. We have had a crazy productive morning. We got so much code done, it's unreal. Okay, but now I have a lecture to go to, so let's take this computer down, just make sure it's like ready basically and sleep. Well, yeah, send it to sleep essentially, and then make sure it's ready for me to come back to it. 11 o'clock lecture is actually at 12 o'clock, so I went to go and sit in a room with Beth for a bit, and I've made the best discovery yet. Found a .NET assembly, Microsoft build execution or something, which basically saves me about 2 weeks of my life having to write PowerShell scripts and manage them from C#. This boy, wearing flip-flops and shorts in the rain, feels like he can judge me for vlogging in public. It was horrible, my nose was just like so blocked, it's grim. Okay, but otherwise it's 1 o'clock. I'm gonna go and have my lunch, have a half-hour lunch break, and then type up them lecture notes for a bit. The problem is if I drive home and then have a lunch break, I'm more likely to sit and still have that lunch break for a long time, whereas if I do it now it'll be shorter. It's 2:30 and we're off out for the day. Let's go home, I'm done. It's dead at 2:30 as well, isn't it? Everyone's in lectures and stuff. I think like 2:30 to 3 is a good time to go home. That squeaky pop of my shoes, god damn it. So I got a sweet to help my nose clear a little bit because it's not very nice. Yeah, I think 2:30 is a decent time to get home. Maybe I get back at 3:30, hopefully earlier. Yeah, and then that gives me enough time to do stuff before Laura gets home after 5, except I want to go and pick her up today because I will need to deliver a letter, like I said. So I am fully up to date on lecture notes as well. That's what I just did after watching some YouTube videos while I had my lunch. Just had a quick half-hour lunch. I know if I'd have gone home, I'd have been I'd spend an hour driving home, and then I'd sit down, make myself have my lunch, then make myself a cup of tea. You know what I mean? It just takes a little bit longer to get started. So I thought it best to do that here. While I am up to date on lecture notes and all that kind of stuff, I do have a lot of things on my to-do list, and it's not going to get done tonight, annoyingly, because obviously it's Monday, so me and Laura go shopping on Mondays and all that kind of stuff. But I've got to figure out what to demote down to tomorrow. I know I definitely have to ring electricity and things like that, but I don't, you know what I mean? Yeah. I've got lots of things to always be doing now, it's just when do you do them. Well, that took me 50 minutes to get back. There wasn't even any traffic, it was just lorries going on a single track road 20 mile an hour lower than the speed limit, and I'm like, oh man, it took me 15 minutes to get out of Bath. It normally takes me just over half an hour to drive in the morning. It took me 15 minutes to get out of Bath, and oh man. Anyway, I need to ring and set up an electricity thing, which is exciting. Problem with this is that I am, I'm trying to organise the internet to be set up for the new flat, and Laura was the one that did it online until we got to the point where we realised we couldn't do it online because we wanted to put both our names on it. So I was like, I'll ring them. And now I'm like, what did she say to get all the quotes she got, man? God damn it. So it looks like, it sounds like a siren coming down the road as well. Looks like we can't do this until we have a serial number from the meter, which is a bitch, because it means that we can't do it until we move in now. I was just stood, the traffic's pretty bad. I was just stood in my room turning my computer off. And there was this guy outside in a van, sat in traffic, looking up at me, and I looked at him, and he carried on staring at me, and I carried on staring at him. My computer turned off. I had to lean down, turn my computer off. Then I just walked out the flat, because obviously I'm leaving, and I walked out into the street, and I'm like, go on mate, turn my umbrella up, and then looking one other end, you should have seen his face. He thought I was coming over there to hit him. I won't hit him. He's bigger than me. Productive afternoon, excluding the electricity, which we were hoping to do before we moved in, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to. What we're doing now? It's actually going to be really cheap, the electric, compared to what we're currently paying. It's fixed for 6 months. I imagine it's going to go up at the end of that 6 months. Because like, oh man, it seems a lot cheaper than what I'm currently paying. Like 20 quid a month cheaper. Which is good. I've never really done electricity monthly. I've always just done it like, I'll just pay the bill when it comes, you know. But I like the idea of it. Because it's a lot cheaper and a lot more stable and a lot more like predictable. Which I guess is good for us in the conditions we're going to be in, where one of us doesn't have a solid income all the time. It's just like every however often. Oh dear, it looks like a Peter Punter here is in trouble. He can't get up that hill. That's fucking hilarious. Oh man. Anyway, so yeah, after that I have sorted out my notes for my project and stuff. I've like made note of all of the different things that I've done up to, well, it's a lie. I haven't made a complete note of the design specifications for the newest thing I'm doing. I need to make a note of them. But it got to the point where I need to leave. I'm actually leaving quite late to go pick up Laura. I normally, when it's raining, I would normally go and get her in the car, but the traffic's pretty bad. And I need to post this letter. And I wouldn't drive past where I need to post this letter. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to walk down and I'll walk up with her in the rain. Oh no, nice. Awkwardly handed in that letter there. I couldn't get it through the through the fucking letterbox. So they like open the door, like it's a big glass window. They just opened the door and they were like, oh, took it off me. I was like, oh, thank you, and then walked away. And then they were like, oh mate, this isn't the address you said. And I'm like, oh right, well it's for you anyway. And they're like, oh, who's it from? Like, well, it's from me. It's about something I'm working on, which you might be interested in. And they were like, oh, cool, thank you. So hopefully something good comes out of that. I'm hoping they'll be able to work with me with my final year project, or I'll be able to work with them in some way with it as well. So, but who knows? So yeah, either way, that's out of the way now. Also, well, we're on the subject of rain because it is very wet and miserable at the moment. I actually really like this weather, but most people don't. Well, the one thing I don't like about this weather is my biggest pet peeve comes out to play, because there's one thing I hate, is driving in front of somebody who has their windscreen wipers on too fast. When you're sat in traffic or something, or just driving along, and it's not raining, it's just like spitting. Like you don't even have your windscreen wipers on like slow, or like that thing where it goes bang and then times it and then goes bang every like 5 seconds or so. Because you just do it manually every 20 seconds because it's not raining. And they have their windscreen wipers on 1,000,000 miles an hour. That drives me up the fucking wall. Like, I didn't even see the raindrop in the time it took for your bloody thing to go. It really annoys me. It annoys me more than it should. I feel like I should flash them, be like, stop it! Or, even worse than that, is if you're driving behind someone who has their rear windscreen wiper going way faster than it should. Like, they've just got it going mental. Like, what are you doing? It never rains on your rear. Like, I never have to do my rear windscreen wiper. Well, very rarely, but you know what I mean? Like, you'll do it like 5 times a drive, not 5 times every second. Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. It is now, well, it's 8:30. It's not actually as late as it seems because it's pitch black outside and it's been thunderous rainstorms as well. And we came out of Sainsbury's and was like, huh? So we had to make a dash for the car. But we came home, we had some dinner and stuff, and then we had to write our shopping lists and then head on out for the shopping stuff. There's not much else to add really to that, apart from the fact the weather's horrendous. And I was going to check whether the rainstorms were coming in or not, wasn't I? Were you?
How much do you want?
Can I have more or less what we had yesterday?
Okay.
If a little bit less, I think. Actually, a little bit less. Like that? I don't know. Is that long? Yeah, we're going to have a nice bit of Rocky Road, a cup of tea, and then we're going to watch TV as well. Which we're watching Made in Chelsea.
No, we're not.
No, not. We're watching anyway, there's Target Towie. That one. So, otherwise though, ladies and gentlemen, we're up again normal time tomorrow. We've got 3 lectures tomorrow, from 11 through to 3 o'clock. I believe I've got a gap in the middle, so I'll probably be having lunch with Beth again, I imagine, because that's what we've done so far. I don't think she's...
Big or small?
Big tea, please. I've got big tea over here. Thank you. So I can have a small tea in the morning. That way I don't need a wee when I'm driving. It's all logic. It's all well thought out. But yeah, so that's going to be my plan tomorrow. Otherwise we're expecting more horrendous rain. And hopefully I can sleep this cold off. We had a spicy curry for dinner, so hopefully that's helped. Right, I'm going to get going. Thank you very much for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. And I will catch you later.